up, guys? It's Trey, Vulgar USA here. We finally got our motor mounts done. Super stoked about them. We're going to do an install video today. These are 5-axis CNC made custom motor mounts. So you're going to want to throw one of these on while you're stunt riding your Dyna. These are specifically 99 to 05, but we're working on 06 and up and FXR2. We're going to start out with just the black finish and hopefully do a clear coat finish as well, and we're going to do a chrome finish. But these are looking super sick. No welds here. The CNC guy I found is top of the line. Stoked to put this on. So we got our motor jacked up. We're going to take off our stock motor mount and go from there. All right. Just taking off our stock motor mount to get ready to put our Freestyle motor mount in. I haven't even thought of a name for it yet. So, I guess we might call it the Freestyle motor mount. Sounds alright.
See, since the motor's already jacked up, taking these bolts out isn't going to do much, so don't worry about it falling on its face.
Both of those, set those to the side. And then the tricky one is up in here that your motor mounts on, the little tabs. It's a little bit harder to take off, but it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Oh, that was loose. I blame Tyler Risen, aka Violent Wheelies, for that because he put this motor together. It's just an angry little ginger. So get these off, and then we'll start installing the new one. Alright, so that's off. Now we just got to get this stock motor mount out. I'm going to raise the engine up just a little bit more. And that should just fall right out. Not too bad. Looks like a freshie. Chewy. Yeah, she's been getting chewed up. Alright. So we're going to start with these two bolts that came off the top of the tabs. We're going to use these on the Freestyle mount and get these loosely in here. I'm going to do that first. The thread pitch is the same for these bolts and the stock one. We did that on purpose just for convenience. So get those loosely buttoned up, kind of have it hanging. Try to have it like hanging parallel a little bit. As you can see, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, that seems a little pretty parallel. Alright. Then we're going to take the big side. So if you're sitting on the bike, this fat one will go on the right side. So like the flashy engraving. Alright, so we're going to take this one piece, put this through it. Alright, come over here a little bit. So the orientation of these is you want to get this little notch out of the rubber. You want to match it up with that notch on the inside of the mount, then put that through. Alright, cut back to it. This is the right side if you're sitting on the bike, one with a little extra space. So like I was saying before, you want to match this little notch up with the little nipple that's coming off of the actual motor mount. So it's going to be right about there. But first, throw a little bit of grease on this so it's not so damn stiff. That's what she said. And just to make sure she goes on pretty well. And if you want to pull it out, make adjustments at all, it's not going to be that big of a bitch. Throw that bad boy up on there. Press that bad boy in there. That goes so easy with just a little bit of grease on it. So, perfect lineup. Smash that in there. And then we'll do the bolt in a second. The new bolts, you're going to take these bigger bolts that come with it, use the lock washer, drop that in, and that is going to go through this into the motor mount. Just be careful, you want the nipple and the notch to line up perfectly, just like that. We are going to leave that loose too for a minute. We're going to take our big Allen, at least tighten this up, get it to where she needs to be. I forgot. These cobalt tools are opposite of the Craftsman. That's why I'm tripping. Get that all tightened up. Alright, we're going to throw these loosely on two of the side bolts. You're going to lift this up since we still got a little bit loose. Put one through there. I recommend cleaning your frame holes because they get hella dirty. We'll loosely put that on. Then I'm gonna go do the same on the other side. We're gonna match that notch up here. And slide this puppy on. That's pretty easy. Make sure it's pressed all the way on. Lock washer, bolt, throw her through. You can use Loctite if you want. I'm sure if you're doing this by yourself, you're a little bit mechanically inclined to know what to put some thread locker on or not. Get that a little bit tight. That lines up perfect. I'm gonna get the side bolts. This bad boy through. We're going to tighten these up. There was a little bit of space in between here, but we made it so there's a little bit of room for it to flex. You see what it's doing right now when we're tightening up the bolt. You don't want it stiff as a board, but these mounts are made to save your tabs, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So that lines up perfect, and then we're going to tighten up the tops just a little bit, nothing crazy. We're still going to leave them a little bit loose. As you can tell, there's no space really in between them anymore, but we're going to tighten them up a little bit. And we've got a couple tips and tricks some of the homies have told us when installing these and getting everything set up correctly. Leave these a little bit loose, like probably like right there, and then turn your bike on, start it for around 5 minutes, let the motor jumble around, get everything set in position so you know it's centered, and then tighten it back up.
Okay.
This side's a little bit easier to tighten the mount. You can fit a mini ratchet in here instead of quarter turning, which is always annoying. banging against the frame. Love that. These are stunt bikes for a reason. It's got stage 4, brother. Stage 4 cam. Stage 4, brother. Shout out Ryan Cruzy for calling that shit out. That side's done. Now time to go 1/4 inch the other side until it's all buttoned up. Take my fancy guy here. Get under here. Move the regulator wires and get to turning. Oh, that's real loose. All right. This is my favorite tool. I carry this thing everywhere. Just like that. Get both of them real snug. I always check my motor mount bolts every time I go out to ride, just because these are notorious for popping out. But there she is, folks. Vlog USA Freestyle motor mount. That's how it's done. Last thing, take down your jack, take your handy dandy wood block out the mother beep way. Now we're throwing back on our exhaust, and I'm regretting taking it off because I hate putting on exhaust. But put this puppy back on and see how everything lines up with specifically this side of the mount, because this is the beefier side. But as you can see, I think we're going to be all right, and I think we're going to have enough room for crash bars too. It should be perfect, actually.
There you go.
Shout out TBR, always taking care of me. Their customer service is insanely good, and I know a lot of pipe companies that I do like, and I like the sound of them, but I also like being able to talk to someone personal if something's messing up, and I think TBR has the best customer service around by far. Especially when you gotta get your pipe through drag, something messes up on it, and you don't got nobody to talk to. This is always clutch, having somebody to talk to. We're gonna loosely button these up. Not all the way tight yet. Stupid. The spacing looks good, especially on this TBR. The little hose clamp is, I mean, it's close, but it's not touching, so that's cool. We're gonna loosen this up and do a cold start, let the bike shake around a little bit. Chipper. Motor mount feels really good, and I'm gonna go drift it around a little bit, and maybe do some more wheelies and see how it feels while we're drifting.
much what I'm saying is we're gonna see if we can crack a cage. Try to slam it down as hard as possible, and I think that'll conclude some product testing. Alright guys, these motor mounts feel super good. I'm not just saying it because I made them, I truly believe in it. I think that the one piece middle slab and everything CNC cut, no welds on anything, is a big difference. I think it takes away from the little vibrations that you used to have on the other mounts. So all in all, solid piece. Last thing I want to try is to throw a crash bar on. It should be direct bolt up. Pretty much if you have a Vulgar USA crash bar. We offer fitments for just these specifically, so you can use your Freestyle mount and our crash bar. I appreciate you guys. Hop on the site. We're doing pre-orders for a week only, and after that they will be a little bit more pricey. So hop on in on the pre-order if you want to get one. We appreciate you guys watching the video, and until the next.